else get away from the stairs. Hey, Chris. What's up, man? How are you?
Rock and roll, boys.
Well, we made it. Can't believe it. All right. Okay, we just vamp on the C minor.
Yep. A one, two, a one, two, three, four.
Are you ready?
It's that time. It's 1 minute past that time, frankly. Let's stand. Here we go. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination where God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors are locked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Yeah. Where there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. You can hear Tampa, come on in. All right, nicely done. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning. Hi. Hi. I hope everyone's had a really great week. Yeah, we had a fantastic YFM picnic yesterday. Yes. Yep. Hi. We had hamburgers and lots of kind of food. I know he's not here today, but if you haven't had Corey's barbecue, oh my goodness, the man on the grill. Yeah. And we played games and just kind of hung out. It was lovely. So, yep, water balloons. And splash pad in the playground, yeah. So let's get our kids to scoot on over, and I think Nancy's going to come and have a conversation with us real quick. Scooch, 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 scooch. Thank you.
All right, make way. You gotta save me a spot. Thank you. All right, tough question for today. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, put your thinking caps on. All right, so we're talking about something called emotional triggers here today. And what that means is that somebody says something to you, and all of a sudden you feel a certain way. And it's not always good. So I want to ask you, what do you do when you feel that feeling like, ooh, what did that person just say? What do you do? Do you smile at them?
When someone says something that makes you angry or excited or...
Okay, so now let me ask you something. If you're mad in that moment, what do? Do you say something mean?
Like talk it out or something?
Right. Okay, so high five. So the key thing we have to learn, right, is that we don't want to get mad like they are or rude like they are. We want to figure out what to do. Can we do nothing? Is it okay to do nothing?
Yeah.
Sure. Can we do nothing? Miss, I'm going into middle school. Because you know what? Some of you are getting older.
Only some of you.
And tomorrow's school, and people are going to say and do things you don't like. That's the reality, right? So we have to be mindful to be able to say to ourselves, I don't have to react to this person. I can walk away. I can say something like, thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Adult.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yep, we don't have to be mean back. So I want you to remember, you have what inside you? What's inside? God, right.
God.
Okay, so if God's inside us, can we all be peaceful? Okay, so what do we have to do to get there? Just take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And then, before you know it, what just happened is over. Yeah, exactly. And they go away. Exactly. Now, we could also just close our eyes and take a deep breath and say, they're going away. I don't see them anymore. I don't see them anymore. That's what I do.
I'm a teacher.
Okay, so tomorrow when school starts, that's what I want you to remember. Don't react. Deep breath, stay peaceful, and you guys show them what it looks like to be a peaceful person. Got that, Melody? Oh. Yeah, a bunch. All right, let's bless you.
Bless these kids, especially with school starting tomorrow. Yeah, stand up.
If you want
Yeah,
to,
stand
stand up.
Stand up. So we
If
all
you
see
don't want to stand up, you can sit right here.
Stand up. All right. We love you. We
bless you.
We truly appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah!
All right.
Feeling good, like I should. Went and took a walk around my neighborhood. Feeling blessed. Now here's Pat.
You're feeling sad? Hi, bonjour. I just came back from 2 weeks in the French countryside. It was marvelous. With a former Unity friend, Maddie Krasny. If you knew Maddie, I had a wonderful visit with Maddie. So, hi, welcome. I'm Pat Fenda. I'm your platform assistant today. And so are there any new people here? Anybody who doesn't know me? Raise your hand. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. We have a little gift for you right now. And then at the end of the service, stop by the table in the back and you can pick out a T-shirt.
Keep those
And
hands
thank
up
you
if
for
you will,
being-
guys. They're going to get around to you with the roses.
Oh, do we have other people? Yes. Oh, wonderful.
One on the
Hi
left,
over
too,
there.
back left next to Jackie.
Yay. Oh, hey, you're sitting next to me. I love that. Okay. Well, where I will sit. So, yeah. Wonderful. All right. 3 new people. Hey, new people, here's how you get info about us. You can look on the Sunday Bulletin. You can look at an email newsletter, Facebook website, our mobile app, which is nice to have. Check in on social media now, but please, everyone, silence your cell phone. Okay, recycle fun. Help others. Care mat makers today in the sanctuary. And it says, thanks for all the plastic bags, but we have enough for now. So, yeah, please don't. We have no more closets for the plastic bags. All right, the men's group this Saturday. Oh, macho men come together in spiritual brotherhood. The 3rd Saturday of the month, 10 a.m. till noon in Fellowship Hall, and it begins next week, right? Next Saturday. Great. Okay. And the following day, you've just got to come back because it's Potluck Sunday, August 17th. Sign up with Tidely or use the link in your weekly newsletter. Oh, and with cake to celebrate August birthdays. That's always nice. Unity World Day of Prayer, September 11th. Join us in the sanctuary Wednesday, September 10th at 8 p.m. for live streaming of the opening service. And I love their World Day of Prayer. I always send prayers. It's a wonderful service. So I hope you can join us that day. And now birthdays. Margaret is coming up on the 13th. Yay. Karen, where are you? Karen Rhodes? She's not here today, but we love you, Karen, anyway, and your birthday's on the 14th. Susan Jewell on the 15th, and Emily King also on the 15th. So you can celebrate together. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great Sunday.
Nice. Any other birthdays in the house that we missed this week? Alfred? Seriously? What day? Tuesday. Happy birthday, Alfred. He's playing coy over there, acting like he doesn't. All right. Anyone else? All right, we'll sing to these babies. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
Little slow. How's everybody? Yeah? Okay, so who practiced the flow of nature beside Mark Menard? Yes? Okay, what are we learning from it? It's hot. Good observation, and welcome back. By the way, welcome back, Diane. It's good to have you back. And it's wet. Okay, so I did a real good job of teaching last week. All right. We're getting in the flow, right? We're getting in the flow. And let's thank Pat. Pat, thank you. We're glad you didn't stay in France. What a wonderful trip, but I'm glad you're back. We always miss you when you're gone. Sure, now we all have to learn to speak French. All right, so big shout out online to our Facebook family and our YouTube family. We have two travelers we're keeping track of, Mark and Julie, who are in Nova Scotia in Lunenburg, and they said that the fishing village they're in paints all the houses in very bright colors so the fishermen know how to find their village. So it's really awesome. They're having a great time. 50s in the day, 50s at night, 70s in the day. Yeah, I was looking into planes. Could I drive up there and ride back with them?
They haven't had any rain, so all the biking and hiking trails are closed. And Canada charges $20,000 fine if you're caught on a biking or hiking trail.
Ouch.
So they're serious about their fires.
Because they're worried about the fires? Got it. Wow. All right, and also Donna O'Toole, I don't know if you're driving right now or not and listening. I know Mark and Julie are listening. But Donna was at the Drum and Bugle Corps competition in somewhere around Ohio, in Illinois maybe? Indianapolis, thank you. And she's driving back to Ohio right now, and then she'll be back here on Wednesday. So safe travels to her. And I want to share in my gratitude moment today. My first gratitude moment is about Bruce. He's just doing so well, and we have a little video from last night for you.
The package.
Hang on.
It just came today in the mail. No idea what it is, but it looks like a whole bunch of get well cards. Thank you guys so much. This is amazing. Can't wait to open them all up and see what they say. Yeah, just a whole bunch here. This is amazing. Thank you guys.
And that's him with his cards. And here's what he wrote and sent this morning. I finally read every card and can really feel the love and compassion coming through them. Wow, what a powerful experience. Please thank everyone for us. We are feeling so blessed to be part of this family. And Jeffrey and I had asked him a couple of weeks ago, what can we do? And he said, can you get me a Cuban sandwich? So we sent him 5 Cuban sandwiches this week. He could not believe it. And he said he wasn't supposed to eat because he had just had breakfast. And he went and had, because he can only eat so much with his stomach surgery. So he said he went and ate a whole sandwich anyway. And yesterday when Jeffrey talked to him, he walked 2 miles. Yeah, so he is doing great, and all your prayers have really helped him. So this whole nightmare for him is going to be behind him very shortly. Yes, powerful people. You guys are awesome. What you've done for him and how you've held him in prayer has taken him from the most tragic thing that's ever happened in his life to a wonderful space. So thank you for being so great about that. Yeah, Maria too. Absolutely. All right, I have also want to thank Mark and Susan Scaglione. They donated an AED for us. So an AED is an automated external defibrillator. And we're going to get trained. We're going to have board members, vision team leaders, our YFM staff trained, people that are often in the kitchen trained. And then if we have space after I go through all that list, we'll reach out to people like our chaplains and care team and people who also are involved in helping others and might need to use this, okay? So just so you know, we're very grateful that they donated. The fire department will be doing the training.
Just so everybody knows, you don't need to train. When you open the machine up, it will talk to you and guide you through it.
Yes. So even if you aren't trained, you walk over to the machine should you need it. It will talk to you and tell you what to do. Okay? All right. That's it for me. Let's do our affirmation. Close your eyes if you can, and let's say our affirmation together. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our word today is resilient. And I think Bruce has demonstrated that to us. Resilient. Our affirmation is courageous and strong. I am resilient. And the message says this: everyone who gets knocked down from time to time has the choice whether to give up or get up. Getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build resilience. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and choose it all to help me be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks will happen to everyone. I don't let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to. I am resilient. And from 1 Corinthians, keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, and be strong. So, beautiful message for us, and it goes right along with our emotional trigger talk today. So, all right, it's all yours, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will you guys stand and sing this with us? Down in my soul, I hear the music. I hear the music. Down in my soul. Down in my soul. I hear the music. I hear the music. Down in my be shy. Said I love the silence, yes I do, down in my soul. I love the silence, down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Can you feel it? I feel the power down in my soul, down in my soul. I feel the power, down in my soul, down in my soul. I feel the power, down in my soul, down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I'll say it again. Said the whole wide world is my home. It's my home, yeah. Said the whole wide world is my home. Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great feel-good song. All right, I was asked to mention that for those of you who are new today, if you'd like a free T-shirt, a Unity of Tampa T-shirt, and you fill out the visitor form in the back, you can stop by and see David at the table that Patty's sitting at right now, and pick up a T-shirt, and you sign up with your email address so we can send you our newsletter. It's simple. Oh, that's a great question. We'll talk. You are so cute. Sarah, I'm finally using the story you sent me a few weeks ago. So this is from Sarah Eichmann. She sent me the story. It's amazing. We were going to use it the week that Bruce was stabbed, so we decided not to, and we used his story instead. But this is a beautiful story. In fact, France, Pat, just so you know, a man in France is being praised for his courage after rescuing 6 people. Among them, 4 were children. And it was a burning apartment in his block on July 4th. Footage posted on TikTok shows a man balancing on a ledge outside a smoke-filled window on the block's 6th floor, calling to those trapped inside the apartment to pass the children to him. If you're interested, by the way, I'll finish reading it, but there is an amazing video but we can't show them because Facebook shuts us down if we show like another news channel's videos. So I'm telling you this story. So the footage shows this man, Monsieur Cissé, a 39-year-old school taker. He grabs first a 1-month-old baby from the burning apartment, gives the child to a man through a window in the apartment nearby. He does the same for an infant, followed by 2 other young children and the adults. He said when he first heard of the fire in the building, he, his wife, and their 2-year-old child were actually heading out to leave for safety. And as I was leaving, my neighbor called me over and told me that there were people trapped upstairs. The man then went to the adjacent apartment, went out the window, and stood on a railing linking that residence to the burning apartment. He said, given the amount of smoke, they and their children would have suffocated. Their last hope was to throw themselves out that window. Their lives were in danger. I didn't think twice. Cissé's heroism caught the attention of French officials, including Paris police, Chief Laurent Nunez, who said that he will be awarding a medal to the Good Samaritan. The medal recognizes courage that commands admiration. Isn't that a great story? Thank you, Sarah. You know, you can't help but wonder, what would you have done? Right? What would you have done? I asked myself that when I saw this story. Would I have had, I'm petrified of heights. Would I have been able to do that? I don't think so. Honestly, I might have gotten help, but I don't know that I could have done what he did. I probably would have thrown myself off the building just out of sheer fear of heights, which is kind of sad, but it's true. All right, let's get ready for meditation. We're going to sing I'm So Blessed. If you know it, sing it. If you don't know it, just enjoy it.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So I invite you now to just take a few deep breaths. And maybe even while you're breathing initially, just repeat, I am so blessed. It's good to remind ourselves in these moments how fortunate we are just to be here, to be alive, to be together, to be part of a community that cares about everybody. And as you take those deep breaths and relax your body and your mind, try to let everything slip away so you can just listen to the words that I'm going to share, taking in what's right for you and letting go of the rest. Today, I focus my attention on walking the labyrinth of my heart. I recognize my heart and my mind need attention. And walking this path helps me understand the unexpected reactions I have when I'm emotionally triggered. These sudden surges of anger, hostility, feelings of sadness, waves of anxiety, all rise up without warning. They take me away from my peaceful presence. Rather than lashing out or ignoring them, I choose to embrace these moments with curiosity, aware that my spiritual growth begins with awareness, not avoidance. I recognize each trigger as a sacred messenger, a humble guide drawing my attention to unhealed places within me. I welcome the fullness of these moments, releasing that urge to judge myself or to judge others. I remind myself that to be human is to feel deeply, and that my emotional responses are not flaws to be erased, but rather signals asking for my compassionate awareness. In the past, I might have reacted defensively, eager to protect myself or assert my perspective. But today, I am choosing a different path. I observe rising emotions without letting it define me, because I know in my heart that what I observe and what I'm experiencing simply needs healing. I thank my mind for trying to protect me, but I also remind it that I am safe now, that I am capable of meeting my feelings with maturity and grace. I imagine God's light radiating from my heart, embracing every part of me that feels wounded, fearful, or small. I trust my unfolding and know that everything in front of me is for me, even when I don't know what to do with it. And so I rest in the silence now and take that in. I recognize the power of God's presence in this moment. And I acknowledge that whatever is going on in front of me will be revealed. And so as I come back to this moment in time, I can tell that I am more relaxed. I'm refreshed. I'm open to what is mine to hear today and what is mine to let go of. And I am centered in peace. Good morning, Logan and Everett. You were missed all week. It's too quiet at the house now without you. So we're taking another deep dive into another lane that we need to learn about in our spiritual development, and it's probably one of the biggest challenges we all face, which is managing emotional triggers. Who here has them? Just checking. Who here finds it easier to deal with them? Yes, exactly. So no matter how well-versed we are, how studied, how hard we work, the reality is emotional triggers are going to be part of our life forever. And our job is to learn how to manage them because we're human. And as long as we're here, we're going to have them. The question is, what are we learning from them? What are we doing with them? An emotional trigger is our automatic response to something someone says. It could be a song even that brings up memories. It might be just a person who says nothing, but just seeing them is enough to trigger us. It could be an event from the past that suddenly is brought up in our face because of something that's going on currently. But these are the moments in our life when our world is truly rocked. When we are emotionally triggered, we are physically reacting. We are not capable of standing back and observing before we react. We aren't the best at that. And all it takes is word, an action, a person, a memory, a song, anything. And when we're triggered, we feel this wide range of emotions, everything from anger and sadness to confusion. We might even feel fear and shame. But we often feel powerless, and that is the bigger struggle. Because what's in front of us leaves us thinking we can't do anything about this. Now, none of us actually enjoy it, so let's be clear about that. But these triggers are there to shed light on what needs healing within us. If they're happening, it's because we need them, because there's stuff in there we haven't dealt with. Now, out of curiosity, how many of you know there's stuff in there? Okay, but here's the killer. The part that really gets me is we know it's there and we react anyway. We already know it's a hot button, as I like to call them. You know, we say to people, you're pushing my buttons. Yes, those are our triggers, and they're meant to be pushed because we need healing. We are not done with them. I had a complete blowout this week. I mean, like one of my worst. It was a 45-minute lecture that someone got from me. And I don't want to take any of it back. That's the important thing. Because what I recognized is I've been holding it in for way too long and it needed to come out. And while I wasn't happy when it came out, I was so relieved after. Because the reality is, if we don't talk about this stuff, and we don't share, and no, it wasn't on Jeffrey or Melody, just so you know. You don't need to meet with them later, he's fine. He might not have liked having to listen to me about it, but he handled himself just fine. He's always great about being a good listener. But what I realized, and it's always funny, as I've told you, these things happen to me whenever I'm picking a topic. God feels like I need to experience it so I can come here and be fully authentic with you. But all I'm going to say is they are our awakening. And after that experience, what I came to realize was that I needed to speak my mind. I needed to be honest, and I needed to stop hiding. And it felt so great. Honestly, it did. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because I actually think it helped heal me. And that healing returns us to wholeness, the wholeness we were meant to experience. We aren't meant to be unhappy or sad or confused or angry. We're meant to be joyful. We can't control life, but we can control us. But regardless of how anxious we feel, nothing, including these triggers, separates us from God. Because as we know from our first unity principle, God is in everything, even our emotional triggers. God is in all of those experiences. And those moments are meant for us to become aware, self-aware. How many of us are fully self-aware? How many of us need to become fully self-aware so we can grow and continue to grow? Why do I feel this way? The greater self-awareness we have, the better, because self-awareness is the light that shines on those triggers and those moments. Self-awareness gets us to that place where it says, you realize what's happening here, Nancy? Are you paying attention? Where was this coming from? Why are you feeling this way? And what didn't you deal with before to deal with this? While our initial instinct is to react to triggers or become offensive or become defensive, or like I said to the kids, launch these verbal attacks on people, there are methods that will handle these situations better and help us grow. So from a spiritual perspective now, not an analysis perspective, emotional triggers invite us to pause so we can respond versus react and embrace the moment with our eyes wide open and our heart open to what needs to be revealed. That's the idea of this. And in my scene this week, I wasn't reacting, I was responding, but my upset was very clear. I didn't say anything mean, hateful, ugly. I said how I felt. And those are two different things. But I'm usually not that strong about it unless it's been building for a long time. These are opportunities, even me, to ask myself, what does this feeling remind me of? When have I felt this way before? What story am I telling myself about what's happening? That's what we need to be asking. When we ask ourselves these questions, we're able to reflect on what is going on and shift our consciousness from reaction mode to better reflection. We don't want to just react, we want to self-reflect so we get that awareness. And every trigger is like a tree. It's rooted, and sometimes the roots go really far back. We can trace some of these things all the way back to our childhood pain. Anything that was unresolved when we were a kid, or any unresolved experience. It could be about our beliefs about ourselves. Maybe these triggers simply remind us how we feel about ourselves or what we believe about ourselves. And sometimes they're triggers about how we feel about the world. You can tell by how we react what our view of the world is. But if we don't address the things we feel, they just keep getting stuffed. And then we're playing games with our humanness. Don't react. Don't say anything. Keep quiet. Don't be honest. Don't upset anybody. Okay, why are we doing that? God gave us this gift of self-awareness, gave us the mind and heart to be able to reflect, gave us the spiritual tools to be able to say, I've got this, I just need to step back and pause. But we don't get there quick enough. regardless of the source of our pain in that moment, I want you to be clear that the universe is not asking us to fix ourselves or to fix anybody else, because no one, not us, not anyone else, is broken. Whatever people are experiencing, including us, is meant for us. It is part of our growth. It is part of our stretching. It's part of us challenging ourselves. It's part of us having the courage to stand up to life. But we are not broken. We're just being asked to live our divine truth, because God is in everything, including emotional triggers. Everything. When we're having these experiences, we need to acknowledge something is being stirred up and take a sacred pause, creating that space that allows us to breathe and embrace God in that moment, that higher power within us, not outside us, within us. That innate ability we have, to lift a car off somebody when we're afraid. Where do you think that comes from? You suddenly, started working out and have a capability to do that? No, it's that power within us, but we don't use it to our advantage. We only use it when we're in desperate measures, And then we go back to the old days. We're about to fall on our knees and pray to the, clouds and hope somebody's going to fix our problem. But we need to be able to demonstrate patience and compassion for ourselves as all these feelings start to bubble up, remembering that this too shall pass. It always does. This is not about us suppressing or denying what we feel, but it's our chance to comfort ourselves and to understand ourselves and to be kind to ourselves. I've always found it ironic that we will help anybody. We'll help our friends, we'll help our family, we'll be compassionate, we'll be patient, we'll run over there with food, whatever they need. But we don't do any of that for ourselves. We do not treat ourselves with the same level of love, compassion, and patience that we treat everyone else with. Why? Why is that? Because we don't think we're deserving. We don't want to be patient. We don't want to wait for the right answer to come. We want to force all the answers. We want to force the people to get our point. But seriously, we deserve it. That's what we deserve. We deserve that compassion, that level of kindness. I read once that compassion is the healing balm that soothes the raw places inside of us. I thought that was just such a beautiful message, and I don't even know where I ever saw it. But when we are compassionate to ourselves, we are nurturing that environment that has pain, that needs to be transformed. No one is alone. None of us are alone in our suffering, because every human being experiences emotional pain and vulnerability. And like those trees, we're all connected to one another. So whatever other people feel, we feel. When Bruce was stabbed and the two of them were in that Walmart, and I told you that story, every one of you felt their pain. Every one of us. Why? We weren't even in Michigan. Why did we feel it? Because we're all connected. And this time we had a face to go with the story. We had a relationship with the person who was in the story. These triggers are catalysts for us to reclaim our power and to remember we always have the freedom to choose how we want to relate to an experience. It's our choice. Don't relate to it as negative if it doesn't make you feel good. Don't relate to it as painful if that's not helping you. Find a way to be compassionate to yourself. This is what our second unity principle teaches us, that our thoughts, our feelings, and beliefs create our reality, which means if we don't like what's in our mind, we don't like what we're thinking or feeling, we can change it. Change your mind, change your action, change who you're talking to, change who you're hanging out with, and you change the scene. It's that simple. And one of the best ways for us to help ourselves during emotionally charged moments is to see these triggers as sacred messengers. They are coming to us and inviting us to take a look at what needs to be healed. We can also turn to prayer and meditation. They're tools that can help us. And it doesn't mean pray so you can escape what is happening. It means put what you have in the light of prayer and let light be shined on it to help us know what to do with the purpose of them. The goal is always to reveal the purpose of what is happening to us so we know how to grow from it. But if we don't take time to let it reveal its purpose, we can't even heal that place in us. Through consistent meditation, we develop that inner stillness where we can witness our emotions. And you don't even have to close your eyes to meditate. You just could be quiet and sit quietly somewhere and realize what you're feeling. And find that calm center within us. The calmer approach to life allows us to embrace our fifth principle, which is living our truth. You know, you can know and understand all the laws of life. You can get all the degrees you want. But at the end of the day, talking about managing emotional triggers will never heal what's in you. We have to get to a place where we seek truth, divine truth, not our truth, not our ego truth. And we can demonstrate that truth by developing our ability to be peaceful in those moments. Here are some things we can practice. Pausing when we begin to feel the triggers. Placing our hand over our heart and repeating whatever mantra works for you. Maintaining our own trigger journals so we increase our awareness of what is actually triggering us and how often does this seem to occur. Setting time aside for prayer and meditation or being in the silence, and the simplest of prayers can help us, such as, Divine Spirit or God, whatever way it works for you, help me to see this through my spiritual eyes. Fill me with compassion and understanding. This is not a one-time event. How old are we all? And we're still managing them? Clearly, it's not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey, and it's going to unfold in very small ways every day. But we have to practice that awareness and get to a place where we invite the healing, not push it away. Some of our past behaviors, and I don't know about you, I'm being honest about me. It's easier to push them away. Move on to something else. Forget it happened. Just forget it. But that doesn't help us. Because guess what? The next day, somebody's going to say the exact same thing, and you're going to have to deal with that. Ultimately, we need to remember that while these emotional triggers are uncomfortable, they are not obstacles on our path. They are the path. Triggers are the path. They're not in our way. Every trigger is a sacred teacher calling us towards greater awareness, deeper compassion, so we can live our truth. Let's review today's lessons. Managing our emotional triggers can help us if we remember the following. We are not victims of our reactions. We are co-creators of our experiences. Number 2, our stories can empower us if we ask ourselves the right questions. Number 3, prayer and meditation are not escapes. They are tools for our transformation. And number 4, pay attention to emotional reactions. They help us uncover what needs healing. The affirmation I wrote for today is, I am empowered by emotional triggers. Let's say that together. I am empowered by emotional triggers. And the quote today is from Teal Swan. It says, the people who trigger us or cause us to feel negative emotion are messengers. They are messengers for the unhealed parts of our being. Let's take a moment and take this in. So we pause now and say, thank you, God, for the opportunity to be exploring emotional triggers. We recognize these are part of life. They are meant for our good. And we embrace them with grace and patience and comfort ourselves in the moment, knowing that all is for our highest good. And so it is. Amen. I would like to ask for prayers for the families of Victoria and the Scagliones. As you know, Marie made her transition last Sunday, and the young girl, Victoria, that I told you about, she did not make it. She made her transition. It was meant for her to move on. And I would just ask also for prayers for Bruce and Maria, and also for Jessica J-Lo. And of course, we continue to keep John and his family in prayer as they had closure yesterday with Darcy. And so just know, John, you're loved. Who are our chaplains today? May I ask? Do we have? Okay, thank you. So Liliana will be our chaplain. She's in the back wearing, remember last week I told you we'll have 1 or 2 people here to pray with you. She's in the back, and if you have prayers, she'll be staying 15 minutes after the service. She's here to pray with you. Thank you, Liliana. We appreciate you.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, Janine and Kurt, their sister passed.
Oh, she did, Mary Beth? Thank you for letting me know. So Janine Mattingly's sister passed, and if you would please keep Janine in prayer, and Kirk and all the family. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. All right, at this time, if you have a prayer request, please fill out one of those cards. Melody restocked all the cards today. So if you have one, if you're online, you can send it in to us. We pause now to say our affirmation. As you know, we do not put offering plates out here. We don't feel the need to do that. But we do affirm how blessed we are. And we know that you know how you can share all of your talents and gifts with us, should you choose. So please join me in saying our giving affirmation. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. And if you could have just a little faith.
wandering in this blind spot for so long. Every turn I take seems to be the wrong one. Everywhere I look and see endless possibility, and I know all I need is just a little faith. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith that can get me where I'm going. When you're inspired by the dreams inside your mind, but in your life they feel so hard to find. You can make them all appear. Just hold that picture loud and clear, and all you need to add is just a little faith. Yeah. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith that can get you where you're going. Just a little faith is all it takes to get your feet put back in place. It's all you'll ever need. And to know that you'll receive, act as if you do believe. Don't give doubt a chance to call. You can really have it all. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith that'll get you where you're going. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing, blowing. Just a little faith that can get you where you're going. Oh, oh.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, band. Thank you, everyone. All right, let's stand. We'll sing the peace song, and we'll get on out of here. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, feel the energy. Hold on. We're going to say it together like you really mean it. Are you ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. God bless you. Have a great week.